Hey guys, another video. This is the yeah, story time with Mandy. Yeah, we've got another story for you. Hopefully you guys relate to this. I know I do because I went through it. Anyway, this story is the one that I totally feel like you guys should listen to and relate to a lot, because it's a lot of to do with shopping, and not like dress shopping, not like furniture shopping, not like that. No, I'm talking about food shopping. We're gonna be talking about the first time I went shopping by myself. Nobody helping me, just Mandy by herself in the store walking around. We'll get to that story. But first, if you guys are not a subscriber, please subscribe down below. But yeah, check my social medias, Instagram, Twitter. I have a TikTok. I don't necessarily promote it too much because I go on there, but not as much as I used to. But you guys can follow me on there. Yeah. And we'll get to the video. Yeah. We're going to be talking about the first time I got lost in a shopping store. I totally, like, this is the thing is, I've gone shopping, food shopping before, okay. I've had, you know, my relatives and that go shopping. I've, like, watched where everything is, but when you're by yourself and you have, like, this cart and you're rolling around in the store, you basically go, oh my gosh, what do I feed myself? And basically, I got myself ready, walked down to the store, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go shopping. I just need this basic stuff, you know, like rice and pasta, you know, and soups and stuff. Some stuff that are easy enough, some stuff that I can make for dinner, you know, meats and that. And I walked in there and I grabbed my card and I walked in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And it was full of, like, people, and back then it was before COVID and that, and this is me when I was like, okay, what do I do? So I went to the frozen aisle first because I was like, okay, let's see what's in here. I walked around to narrow down what I was gonna buy, but I didn't see anything in there, so I went to the canned area and I was like, grabbing stuff, I guess soup, okay, I guess tomato sauces, grabbed my rice, cause I was like, okay, this stuff is great, but then I got lost because I was like, what else do I get? Because I didn't know anything about shopping, because I was like, panic, freaking out, no. So I just sat there for a long, I think I was sitting in the chips area. I was like just sitting there, and I was sitting there kind of spacing out. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I buy? Should I get chips? I don't know. I was like, I'll get a couple maybe. So then I got stuck there talking to myself, mumbling to myself like, on my phone, and then I put it down. I looked over, and then there was a mom basically with like two kids, and they were just calmly sitting there looking at her, and then she looked over at me and she was like, are you okay over there? And I was like, I don't know what to do, but I didn't want to tell her at first, but then I just kind of, I didn't know how to respond. I basically just sat there, I don't know what, this is my first time shopping, so I'm not really good at it. So then she was basically sitting there going, oh, no trouble. She's like, you can go down there. She goes, there's great sales starting now. She goes, you can get all kinds of meats down that area. She goes, it's selling right now, so it's good enough for people individually. Later, like, if you're one person. I'm like, okay. So I went down there, and she says, if you want to get more out of it, I'd say buy it in bulk, she was like, and cut up and whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, this person's like an angel, because I didn't have anybody there that day. It was just me by myself shopping, so I was like, oh, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I was panicking, and I then kind of forgot a lot of stuff that my relatives told me to do, so I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, somebody told me. So I went there, and I was like basically just grabbing stuff, and then I was like, what to do else? So I just went to go get like milk stuff and that, and just grabbed that, and I went and looked around for a bit, and just, oh yeah, I might need that. I got a cutting board and stuff like that. Looked around, and I was like, what else do I want to get? I didn't really kind of think about all the stuff you need when you're like by yourself, so I was just like walking around. I was like, I feel like a lot of people relate to like the whole thing of trying to build your own routine, you know, and trying to figure out your own life, basically, like what can I eat? And I had like the worst time of trying to shop, because some days when I did go shopping, it was like me basically going, I don't know if I want to buy that, or I don't know if, is that enough? Is that gonna be enough for me? Is that too much? I was like, it's just a lot of work. I feel like a lot of people now who go shopping are my age, and that it's a lot of work. It's basically you're just trying to list out stuff and not overspend, and you gotta either not overspend or make sure you buy enough to last in that month or that 2-week period if you're, depends if you're working and you get a paycheck every 2 weeks and whatever. But I only got mine here once a month, so I was like, a lot of work, especially when you shop. And I got tons of anxiety when I would go to the store, because I knew I had to remember what stuff I'd buy for myself. It was just basically me learning how to feed myself, and it was a lot of work. Even just walking in the store gave me anxiety, so yeah, basically I just, the first time when I finally got to like the cashier area, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll start put my stuff into the thing, and it rolled down, and she was putting on the side, and I was like, she goes, you need bags? Yes, I need bags. So I started piling bags, and I bought myself bags to carry stuff around, so I put whatever stuff in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't carry all this stuff, so basically I got a cab to just drive me up that way, because I was like, I need somebody to just drive me up that way. So I was like, called the cab in the middle of me purchasing my stuff, carrying it out, and I was like exhausted. It was a lot of work. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that when you've never really shopped for yourself, you know, you never like went grocery shopping, it's a lot of work. And I was like nervous the whole time, because I was always thought about pricing, money. Oh, that's so expensive. Oh, why is that overpriced? Oh, that's organic, that's why it's overpriced. And just learning. I feel like a lot of you are learning. Maybe you've never really shopped. Maybe you shop with like your mom or your aunt or uncle, whoever you live with, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's easy, because you know they're older and they know what they're doing. You know, they're figuring it out more than I do. But yeah, I feel like if you're old enough, or like in your 20s, and you're shopping by yourself, it's a lot of work. You know, you get a lot of anxiety for money, because nowadays everybody's working a minimum job, or like your average cost, you know, is like 200, maybe you're like 250, depends on if you have more people living with you. It's just a lot of pressure. Even if you have a lot of people, it's still difficult, a lot of work. But by being by yourself like me, it was anxiety after anxiety. I was nervous. But yeah, I feel like you all can relate to that. And just remember, you aren't the only one. There's people like me and many more out there have gone through the anxiety of shopping for yourself for food. But yeah, it was a lot of anxiety. I was panicky the whole first day. But by the time I got up there and put all my stuff away, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do okay. But like, it was nerve-wracking in the start of it, but that first time you always have that anxiety. You always feel like boom, 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 boom. And your brain's kind of like talking to you like you're gonna buy too much, and you just kind of deal with a lot of weird impulses. You know, you like start speeding up too fast and then you forget stuff. But yeah, I got like tons of like experience from that one day and learning that things will go wrong. I did forget some stuff back there, so eventually I had to go back the next day. But yeah, that day was nerve-wracking. I remember it very well. It was me and my cart and my one list I had that I didn't know. Like, I made a fast list basically on my phone, like and then went and then it was like done. Don't feel like you're alone on that, because I'm not great with lists or stuff, even when it comes to like food and like prepping food and stuff. I had to learn all that stuff. But I'll talk about cooking the first time for myself. I'll talk about that. But yeah, shopping. It's a task in itself. But when you learn it and you've gone through it, you know, after a while, it's just the anxiety just melts away. It just goes, whew. But yeah, I feel like it's everybody's dilemma nowadays. But yeah, I'm doing the outro, and you guys can, yeah, hopefully you learned and study this video very good. But yeah, okay, see you guys in the outro.